Hello and welcome to the Borealis Experience. I'm your host Aurora and I'm very excited to have you on board here with the second episode of this podcast. I posted an intro where I introduced myself and gave you a little bit of a rundown of what this podcast is about. In the first episode, I was talking about self-improvement and what it means to self-improve, if you're ready to self-improve. And the most important thing about the self-improvement and growth journey is that as soon as you realize that you were in charge of your life, of your happiness all along, it was not your little brother, it was not your daddy, it was not the schoolboy 10 years ago. It's a harsh reality to sit in, and then it's really important to not self-isolate and to not punish yourself and feel bad about it yourself, because most people don't ever wake up, and the people who wake up and have the courage to change the direction of their life and success and happiness should not feel poor about themselves. So that was the first episode, and today in the second episode I want to talk to you about self-care and what I mean when I say focus on yourself. You are so worth it. That's my little slogan here. Be kind to yourself. How does that look like in your daily life? And why is it important? Because I feel it is the hardest to take good care of ourselves. I still don't know why it is so hard to change habits and to just be at peace, but maybe we'll find it out together. Once again, please send me comments, questions, share or like my podcast. The more feedback I get, the more I can focus on your specific case and maybe help you out there. So let's dive in. Do you have habits you want to get rid of? And are these habits reflecting how kind you are with yourself? I think they do. I think when you look at people that are successful and good looking, healthy, beautiful, what I realized when I observed people is that they are in tune with themselves, they are authentic, they are integrated, very secure about decision making. So that's one big clue that you will probably find out right away about yourself, is how secure are you with decision making? How good do you feel about yourself and your surroundings? And then let's go deeper and see, what are you made of? So who are you? Are you your body? Are you your mind? So your thoughts? Are you your emotions? Or are you spiritual? Are you religious? Are you your spirit, your religion? Is it your job that defines you? Is it your house, your car, your boat, things you own that define you? Or do you have a set role in your community, your family, and this is what defines you? So take a moment here and think about yourself. Look at yourself. You don't have to look in the mirror, but just see and feel what you're made of. And I think if you can say that you take care of all of the above, your body, your mind, your emotions, your spirit, your job, your position in society, then you're being kind to yourself. It is very hard though, and I don't know a single person, me included, being successful at this, but that's not a problem at all. So let's start with the body. How does self-care for your body look like? For me, it's not so much about polishing your nails, shaving your legs. It is more about, do you breathe deeply? Yeah, if you tune into your breath right now, do you exhale fully? Do you breathe in shallowly? Is your breathing shallow, or is it really deep into your belly? So if you notice your breath, it gives you a big clue of how you feel in this moment. How much water do you drink a day? Is water something super annoying or like to drink, or is it something that you can actually enjoy and really be grateful for? Chances are, if you listen to this podcast, you live in a first world country and you have water around you all day long, as much as you want. You never have to worry about having a shower or washing your clothing and washing your hands. So how much for granted do you take water? Then your food intake. Food is a huge topic. I will be talking a lot about food and nutrition in upcoming episodes. But now if you think about what you ate today, is it nourishing? Is it highly processed? Does it make you feel good what you cram in your cram hole? Then clothing. Are you wearing comfortable clothing, or is it clothing that is there to help impress other people? Do you feel good about your clothing or not so much? And then movement. How much do you move a day? Do you move smoothly, or do you don't even care about how you move? Are you clumsy? Do you exercise too much, or do you exercise moderately? Do you really listen to your body's need, or do you just follow what your monkey mind, the beautiful little monkey mind, your ego, is telling you to do? Do you sleep enough? Is it uninterrupted sleep, or do you have to get up often? Do you have problems falling asleep? So those are all points that can give you a clue of how good you treat yourself on a physical level. Your body will always try to keep you in balance, but if you don't provide him what she needs, then it will get sick, it will get sore, it will literally make your life painful and uneasy. So the body is always, for me as a physiotherapist and yoga teacher, the first level of well-being that I like to approach, because it's also the easiest to change. You can change your breath with training. You can change your water intake. You can change your food intake. You can move more. You can do everything to sleep better. So it is really the easiest way to approach your well-being. I will go, as I said earlier, more into depth in following episodes, but this is what I look at when I take my first assessment of my clients. And this is what I would like you to have as a tool to see how healthy, how good you are with your body. Then we have the mind. How does your mind function? When does your mind feel irritated? Meditation has been my biggest red flag. Actually, meditation and yoga has been my biggest red flag for many, many years. It was something that I kept at distance as much as possible. And a year ago, I came around and tried it out and realized it is super hard, like for everybody, and everybody finds different ways to meditate, and that made it easier for me to start out meditating, because before that, everybody who was meditating just looked so perfect, and every time I tried it, I just felt like ridiculous. So your mind, does it play you tricks? Do you really identify with your thoughts when something upsets you? Do you feed into the thoughts that really get you revved up? The mind is really the most interesting part of the health and wellness industry and self-improvement and growth industry, because I think everything goes through the mind. It is there where we control what we do and how we behave. And with lots of training, we can unlearn things and behave differently, react differently, respond to a situation in a calm and good manner instead of reacting and jumping into feeling triggered and feeling old wounds ripping open again. The mind is really the most beautiful and powerful tool that we have. And when we learn to kind of put it in a back seat, when we learn to live from the heart, from real, genuine, self-nourishing intentions, intentions that also benefit others, then the mind is an incredible friend. But for most of us, there's people out there who struggle with insomnia, with eating disorders, with anger problems, with depression, with physical problems, and I feel all starts with the mind. The physical ailments and emotional pain all goes back to the mind. If the mind is cluttered, if the mind is unbalanced, unhealthy, then our whole being and even our surroundings are suffering. So through meditation, I want to give you a couple tools that you can have on hand, that you will have everywhere you go, and through following episodes here, I want to make you aware of where you could still grow, and then give you guidance on how you can be better with yourself and feel better when you go out there in the world, into the world. You gotta excuse my English at times. It's, as you know, not my native language. But I feel I shouldn't interrupt every time I make a mistake. I'm just gonna let it go.